Welcome to Vanguard Motor Sales. We specialize in buying and selling high-quality muscle cars and classics. We get in new cars every day, so our inventory is constantly changing. If you'd like to go check out our website right now, we've got over 150 cars in stock. Hit this button up top. If you'd like to watch an About Us video, hit this button down at the bottom. Now let's go outside and check out what we've got for you today. We're outside now with the 70 Beetle. This thing is sweet. Top goes down, it's got great paint on it. It's got a cool motor in it. I love it. And if you want to see about 100 pictures of her, go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. We're going to get this baby up in the lift so you can check out the floor pan. We'll check out the motor. We'll check out the interior. We're going to show you everything you want to see so you can make a really good decision on your VW purchase. So come on up. Let's listen to this baby run. Look at the paint work on this baby. You guys that know cars know it is tough to spray silver. This thing looks sweet. I love the bumperettes. The blacked out handle, headlight rings look great. I love the wheels on the car. It's got carbon fiber running boards. They've blacked out the door handles also. Look at those door jambs, they're beautiful. Of course, the convertible top's cool. The car is fuel injected, which is very cool. You'll see that when we get the back of that baby opened up so you can check out the motor. Look down the side of it. She's straight as can be. Paint work looks great. Door fits good. They operate nice. And at Vanguard Motor Sales, we're not consignment dealers. We spend the time to check the cars out before we buy them. Then when we get them back here to our shop, we run them through an inspection process that allows us to answer any question you may have about the car. So call Tom at 248-974-9513. We carry an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we also carry 100% positive feedback on eBay over 10 years. Now let's check out the interior. Door panel on the car looks great. Carpet looks great. Upholstery on the seats look cool. Yep, that's an SDS tuner in there. All custom gauges. Cool steering wheel. Racing pedals. This baby's ready to go. Now that you've had a quick look at the car, we'd like to give you a chance to go right to our website. You can click the button right up to your left here to do that. If you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button and you can check out a bunch of hot rod videos. Now let's get back and check this car out. All right, let's take this bug for a ride. I guess the technical term is Beetle. I love the little car. Down here on the dash, I've got a big old tack right here in the middle. Got speedo over here, oil. We've got, let's see, fuel gauge here, and that looks like the temperature gauge. Now right here is we've got our custom SDS tuner. We'll have some instructions. You can change the tune on this thing real easy. You gotta get it in gear here. Sweet little Beetle. And she will go. I was just at the races this weekend with a bunch of Porsches running. Sound just like that. It's such a sweet sound. I love this little car. She handles like she's on rails. Transmission feels good. Bebop around these turns. I love it. And we can deliver this baby anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tommy answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. Just give him a call. We'll go through the gears here again. That's the funnest thing about this baby. And of course the convertible's cool too. Beautiful sun out today. This baby's just a blast to drive. Now our shop's right outside the Motor City. We actually have 2 facilities now. So if you want to come visit us and check out a car, please give us a call so we can make sure we've got it here at our main facility. Our main facility is in Plymouth, Michigan. We're right outside Detroit. We're at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. So come check us out. So stick with us. We're gonna put this baby up on the lift so you can check out the underside, and we're gonna check out that motor too. All right, we're underneath the 70 Beetle now, and I'm gonna let my VW guy here, Jerry, tell you all about it.
Okay, so this 70 Beetle is a very cool car. It's got a lot of Porsche parts on it, a lot of good aftermarket stuff. It's really far advanced from the typical 1970 Beetle. It's got a Type 4 Jake Raby built motor in it. The Type 4s, if you know anything, are much more robust than the Type 1s. This one's a 2270, and it was dynoed at about 170 horsepower. I spoke with Jake Raby. He remembers the engine well. Got all that information from him. Of course, it's got a full flow oil system on it with a full-size HP1 filter. The billet timing gear, which you would always expect on an engine like this. Real nice fabricated header with a MagnaFlow muffler. The car's got a really nice kind of deep tone to it, very similar to like the newer STIs. Got an O2 sensor here because this car is fuel injected. We'll get to that later, but it's all the Jake Raby stuff. Disc brakes on the rear, front and rear, all added. This is an IRS car, so when the car's on the ground, the wheels stay straight. You don't get the cool camber like you do on the older swing axle Volkswagens. A lot of added support here for the added power. It's got the truss mounts here and across the frame horns here. The frame horns are all welded, so there's a lot of added strength in the back of this car. And as you can see, everything's very clean, detailed well. The KYB's on it. We've got a fuel pressure regulator and gauge up here. And with the fuel injection, obviously it's very important to keep the pressure higher and take a look at it every now and then. The underside of this car is super clean. We suspect this is all original sheet metal under here. There's signs of maybe just a tiny patch over here in the corner, and this is a battery area, which we know are always prone to rust. On this car, it looks like if there was any work at all, it was very minimal and done very well. Braided fuel lines up to the front, return on one side, feed the engine on the other. And we work forward on this car. A lot of good aftermarket parts up here as well. It's got an adjustable, not a narrowed beam, but it is adjustable, so you can raise or lower the front of this car. It's got some nice CB Performance drop spindles on it. The added anti-sway bar on the front, KYB shocks on the front as well, aftermarket disc brakes. All the steering components on this car we've looked at, and everything looks real good. We also know prior to us owning this car, it went to Jake Raby's shop, and he went over it very thoroughly, repaired a lot of things for the previous owner of the car. Nice braided brake lines on it. Everything under the car looks really clean, well done. And let's see, the fuel system over here, which obviously is all aftermarket to go along with the larger motor and the fuel injection. Nice Mallory pump on it. The braided lines continue. Raby did a lot of the conversion on this car, so it's got the fuel tank was modified for the fuel injection, but it's all done well. There's not any kind of backwards or backyard home built stuff on this car. Another area on the Volkswagen is it always gets beat up and gets rusty. The front apron area, nice and straight. Looks like it hasn't been repaired, hasn't been beaten up. That's fairly unusual on the early Beetles. Ready? Okay, the wheels and tires on this car. Real cool Porsche Boxster wheels. The car's got a great stance to it, and I've driven this car a bunch. I really like this car, and it really has the feel, handles and performance-wise, of like an older 912 or early 911. It's a great handling car. The size on the front's 205 55 16s. Of course, the disc brakes behind it. Go to the back of the car. The rear tires, obviously, still the Porsche wheels. 225 50 70 16. Like a slightly larger tire on the rear than on the front, which is a very typical look. Like I said, the car's got a great stance, and with the adjustable beam, you can kind of raise or lower the front to your liking and change the stance on the car. Okay, we're in the back of the Volkswagen now, under the deck lid. Like I mentioned before, this car has got a fantastic engine. It's a Type 4 engine. The reason for the Type 4s, if you're not aware, they can be built bigger than a Type 1, make a lot more power, but daily driven without a lot of the issues they would have in a Type 1. This one's a 2270 Jake Raby built engine, dynoed at roughly 170 horsepower. All fuel injected, a lot of modern upgrades here, but all done very well. It's got an SDS fuel injection management system, and in the car, which we'll show you later, it actually, you can tune the car as you drive it, and it gives you a lot of good information. Obviously, it's a 12 volt with an alternator, the Mallory Unilight distributor, oil lines here for the fuel or the oil system. The fuel injection on these things, these are actual Weber bodies, 40 millimeter bodies, but converted to the fuel injection, which is a really cool way to do it. So it kind of maintains the old school dual Weber look, but with much better performance. All Mallory ignition on here, which is real good stuff. All this cooling stuff, which is almost kind of a cross between the typical Volkswagen and the Porsche stuff, is all Jake Raby proprietary stuff. And if you don't know anything about him, he's the pioneer with the Type 4s in the Beetle bodies, and he does a really good job of building these motors and doing his homework and coming up with good combinations that make a lot of power and are very low maintenance and pretty bulletproof. So there's a little added tin work here, and this is kind of, again, this goes back with the Raby conversion. This is stuff that he makes and sells with the cars. So everything fits in here really well. The Type 4s are just slightly larger than a Type 1, so it's not hard to get them in this car. You don't have to cut a bunch of things up. They fit in here really well, but just give the car much better performance.
All right, we've made it really easy for you. Click on any one of these 5 pictures here, and it'll take you right to whatever you're interested in. We're going to give you about 30 seconds here to click these pictures. If you need more time, just go back in the video and click that picture.